Protein has a reputation. It lives in steak, chicken, eggs. At least that's what we've been told. For years, the conversation has stayed there, built around the idea that if you want real strength, real muscle, real results, you go to meat. But something doesn't quite hold up. Because in completely different places, water tanks, seeds people throw away, foods most don't even recognize, there are sources of protein quietly matching and sometimes surpassing what's on your plate. Not just in how much they contain, but in how efficiently your body can actually use them. Some of them don't even grow in soil. Some were misunderstood for decades. And one of them is already sitting in foods people eat every day without thinking twice. But why don't we know about them? And which plants are these with more protein than meat? Well, we will cover the top 5. Welcome to Lost Green Law. If you enjoy this kind of content, you will really help us out if you could like the video and hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Now moving on. Number 1. Spirulina. It doesn't grow in soil. There are no fields, no harvest seasons, no tractors moving through rows. Instead, it forms in water. Thin, green layers that look more like something you'd filter out than something you'd eat. Yet within that simple structure sits one of the most concentrated protein sources available. By dry weight, spirulina is made up of roughly 60 to 70% protein. That number alone shifts the scale. A small serving delivers a complete protein, containing all essential amino acids the body requires. The amount you need is minimal, but the nutritional return is significant. The structure matters just as much as the numbers. Without the dense fibers found in animal muscle, spirulina is broken down and absorbed efficiently. Alongside protein, it carries iron, B vitamins, and phycocyanin, a compound studied for its antioxidant properties. Research has explored its role in supporting immune response, reducing inflammation markers, and improving cholesterol profiles. Its growth process changes the conversation even further. Spirulina can be cultivated in controlled water systems, harvested consistently, and produced without farmland. It doesn't rely on seasons, and it scales in ways traditional agriculture can't easily match. That efficiency is one of the reasons it attracted scientific attention in extreme environments. Studies backed by organizations like NASA looked into it as a potential food source for long-duration space missions, where every gram of nutrition matters. In everyday use, it doesn't appear as a full meal. It comes in powder or tablet form, added to smoothies or mixed into liquids. The taste is strong and earthy, so it's used in small amounts, but that's all it takes. Number 2. Seitan. Strip wheat down to its core, wash away the starch, and what remains is a dense, elastic mass known as gluten. That's where seitan begins. What ends up on the plate is a food built almost entirely around protein, with very little else competing for space. In its prepared form, seitan delivers around 25 grams of protein per 100 grams. In its dry state, the concentration climbs even higher. That places it among the most protein-dense plant-based foods available, especially when measured against calories. For anyone tracking intake closely, that ratio stands out immediately. The structure plays a major role in how it's used. Interestingly, seitan has a firm, chewy texture that holds together during cooking. It slices cleanly, grills well, and absorbs marinades deeply. That combination allows it to take on roles usually reserved for meat in many dishes. From stir-fries to stews, it adapts without losing its shape or bite. Its origins trace back over 1,000 years to East Asian Buddhist cuisine. Monks developed it as a reliable protein source during periods of abstaining from animal products. Over time, the preparation methods became more refined, turning a simple ingredient into something versatile and widely used across regions like China and Japan. From a nutritional perspective, seitan focuses heavily on protein delivery. It contains minimal fat and very little carbohydrate, which creates a lean profile that's difficult to match with most whole foods. That's part of why it shows up frequently in high-protein diets today. Pairing it with other plant foods like legumes rounds out its amino acid profile, making it even more effective as a complete source over the course of a meal. Preparation also plays into its appeal. It can be pan-seared for a crisp exterior, simmered to absorb flavor, or baked to develop a denser texture. Each method brings out a slightly different quality, giving it flexibility across cuisines. What makes it stand out isn't just the numbers, it's the idea behind it. a food engineered through a simple process, refined over centuries, delivering protein in a concentrated and practical form. Number 3. Nutritional yeast. It shows up in small amounts, light, flaky, almost like seasoning. A sprinkle here, a spoonful there. Most people reach for it because of the flavor, not realizing what they're actually adding to their food. Yet within those flakes sits a surprisingly concentrated source of protein. By weight, nutritional yeast contains roughly 45 to 50% protein. 2 tablespoons deliver around 8 grams, along with all 9 essential amino acids. That makes it a complete protein, which is uncommon for something used more like a topping than a main ingredient. Its origin is tied to the same species of yeast used in baking and brewing, but the process takes a different direction. It's grown on nutrient-rich media, then harvested, washed, and heated to deactivate it. The result is a shelf-stable product with a naturally savory, umami-rich taste. That flavor profile is why it's often compared to cheese and used in dishes where people want depth without relying on dairy. Beyond protein, many varieties are fortified with vitamin B12, a nutrient that's difficult to obtain from plant sources. That single detail has made nutritional yeast especially valuable in plant-based diets. It also carries other B vitamins, along with trace minerals like zinc, contributing to energy metabolism and general nutritional balance. Its real strength shows up in how it's used. Nutritional yeast blends into sauces, dissolves into soups, and coats foods evenly without changing texture. Popcorn, pasta, roasted vegetables, even mashed potatoes. Each of these becomes a carrier for additional protein without requiring a full recipe change. Over time, those small additions accumulate into a meaningful intake. There's also a functional side tied to compounds known as beta-glucans, which have been studied for their role in supporting immune response. While it isn't consumed in large quantities like beans or grains, the consistency of use makes a difference. Number 4. Pumpkin seeds. A handful fits easily in your palm, light, flat, and usually overlooked. The seeds don't carry the visual weight of what people associate with protein. Yet when you break down the numbers, the scale shifts quickly. Per 100 grams, pumpkin seeds provide around 30 grams of protein. That places them among the more concentrated plant sources available, especially considering how little space they take up in a meal. Even a small portion contributes meaningfully, which is part of why they've remained relevant across different food cultures for centuries. The nutritional profile extends beyond protein. Pumpkin seeds are one of the richer plant sources of magnesium, a mineral involved in muscle function and energy production. They also provide zinc, which plays a role in immune function and recovery, along with iron and healthy fats that support overall metabolic processes. That combination creates a compact nutrient package rather than a single-purpose food. Historically, pumpkin seeds were valued throughout Central and South America long before modern nutrition tracked macronutrients. They were roasted, ground, and incorporated into daily meals, not as a supplement, but as a reliable source of nourishment. Their long shelf life and ease of storage made them practical, especially in regions where food preservation mattered. Modern research has explored some of their additional properties. Pumpkin seeds contain tryptophan, an amino acid associated with sleep regulation. Studies have also linked their regular consumption to cardiovascular health and support for prostate function, largely due to their mineral content and natural compounds. Their practicality stands out in everyday use. They require no preparation, travel easily, and can be added to meals without altering the overall structure. Sprinkled over salads, mixed into oatmeal, blended into smoothies, or eaten on their own, they integrate without effort. Roasting enhances their flavor, bringing out a deeper, nutty profile that works across both sweet and savory dishes. Number 5. Hemp seeds. The name alone carries baggage. For years, hemp sat in a strange category, recognized, talked about, and often misunderstood before anyone looked closely at what it actually offers as a food. Once that layer of confusion is removed, what remains is one of the more balanced and complete protein sources available from plants. Per 100 grams, hemp seeds provide roughly 30 to 33 grams of protein. That protein includes all 9 essential amino acids, placing it in the category of complete proteins. The structure of that protein matters as well. Hemp contains edestin and albumin, two types that the body can process efficiently, which supports absorption and overall utilization. Beyond protein, hemp seeds carry a notable fat profile. They are rich in omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids in a ratio that aligns well with current nutritional recommendations. These fats contribute to cardiovascular health and play a role in reducing inflammation markers when included regularly in the diet. Alongside this, hemp provides magnesium, iron, and zinc, creating a nutrient profile that extends beyond a single focus. Its history goes back thousands of years. Hemp was cultivated across Asia and Europe for multiple purposes: food, fiber, and oil. Entire agricultural systems were built around it, long before modern classifications separated it from its botanical relatives. Over time, legal restrictions and public perception shifted how it was viewed, especially in Western countries. That shift moved it away from everyday diets, even as its nutritional value remained unchanged. In terms of use, hemp seeds are straightforward. They have a soft texture and a mild, nutty flavor that blends easily into meals. They can be sprinkled over salads, stirred into yogurt, added to smoothies, or mixed into grains. Because they require no cooking, they fit into meals without adding preparation time. Hemp seed oil is also used, though the seeds themselves provide both protein and fiber in their whole form. Storage matters due to their fat content. Keeping them in a cool environment helps maintain freshness and prevents oxidation. That small detail supports consistent use over time. What makes them stand out is how complete the package feels. Protein, essential fats, and key minerals all show up together in a form that integrates easily into daily eating. And that's it. So after seeing this, would you still build your diet the same way? Or is it time to rethink where your protein comes from? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. As you leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more amazing videos like this one.